Yeah. Come on, dog. My uncle used to do that shit. He used to do that shit. Don't spill that shit on my couch. And you do it.
Did you spill somebody couch over there?
Oh! and he'll be like, fine, swallow it. So you don't win. It's like, motherfucker.
So they about to do that to you.
Drum roll. Thank you.
Got you.
Participation.
Crazy thing is, he did the same shit. I was like, yeah, she doing the same thing too. Like,
good. Okay. Welcome back to another episode of Stirring the Pot.
Ramon and Steven and the brain.
Don't call me the brain. That's so rude.
Why did you call you the brain?
Why you calling the brain? Other than the fact that
Yeah.
I'm smart. No, this is small head. Think
When you think about going balls, right?
mind your
But
business.
it's right, you know what I'm saying?
Mind your business.
You know what you can do? If you shave your head, you get like a tattoo on your head of like a
Absolutely.
brain. Or you can dye your hair pink.
Hey yo, if you do that, like what is after your head?
I would never. I don't want to shave it. I just want to like.
Cut it
You
short.
should have said blind, yo.
Like how short?
You should have said blind, short and blind.
She has like a good golden like mahogany undertone.
She do. I'm not denying that. But I told her when she was trying to get blonde hair one day, and she was like, "Hey, today, Crown Family."
Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't unsee that.
See?
Fucked it up.
No, make sure you edit that out. Make sure you edit it out.
I was like, "Don't do that, yo." Like I was saying,
The family. I can't unhear it now.
He ain't shit. We need to get back to more important things.
All right. Take it to
Be a quitter.
Shut the fuck up and listen. You think the world's against you, so you let everything that come your way offend you. I hear you.
Joining us from
While I'm being
Stirring the
harassed.
Pot with Brittany, and we got Steve. Well, shit, introduce yourself.
Thank you for joining us.
What's up? My name is Steven. They call me Clutch.
Okay, Clutch. I actually knew a man named Clutch. You kind of look like him now that you say that.
Nice. Was he cute?
Yeah, he's cute.
Cool.
He was mean as fuck though.
Cool.
He was like mean.
So the standards are low.
Not necessarily.
You shoot from the stars from here.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as he is.
That's always good.
Right.
Like, I love being a woman. I've never been able to trust a guy named Ramon. Okay.
And still can't.
So that means, you know,
Yeah, you definitely got
get you something from the dollar menu. I'm starting. That can only go up from here. Shit.
Nice. I got
Yeah.
more.
Even if I don't go up, ain't nothing gonna surprise you, so you won't be disappointed. So you win, bitch.
Or
That's the way I see
okay.
it.
Our question this evening. Steve chose this. Is a man gay if he sucks a dick? Steve?
I was gonna say willingly, but
So I would say yes. Tank. Suck
I knew you was gonna bring that shit up.
Always.
I knew you was gonna bring that
Always,
shit up.
'cause he's such a big R&B head. He makes such good music. He just released a new song called Slow. It's fire.
With him and Jay Valentine, yeah.
Fire. But he went out and sucked 2 dicks and said, try to find out if he was gay. 2 different dicks, 2 different times. Not the same night.
So
I think an average guy doesn't need to suck a dick in order to find out if he's gay or not. And at what age too? Different generations. So I have to extend the answer. I would say a kid going through puberty these days,
trying to figure shit out.
2022, trying to figure shit out. Every man has had some type of gay experience. You know, it's been some type of gay experience, and a gay experience doesn't mean sucking a dick. A gay experience might be something like being exposed to something homosexual at a young prepubescent.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
No, I'm talking about like someone intentionally having the option to be gay at a young age. It's like having a sleepover with your boy and he wants to climb in your bed and cuddle with you. Nothing like that. I would say.
Hold on, because this.
I don't have to drink bleach to know that I'm not gonna fuck. I don't drink. I don't want to like.
So you've had
I'm not drinking, bro. Like,
no
I don't want to
exposure
drink bleach.
You've had no sexual exposure to like anything homosexual.
No.
Okay. Well,
No.
I feel like every man has a rite of passage.
I get what you're saying, though.
Can do. I've had it. I've had a situation where I had the option to extend my sexuality, and I chose not to. And I know that from that I'm not gay, and it wasn't sucking a dick. The sucking dick is a little extreme. But
Yeah.
I've had a situation.
Did he say that he
think.
sucked a dick, or he let somebody
No,
suck
he
his
sucked
dick?
dick. And I think that if you let a guy suck your dick,
Even if he didn't come out and say it, his wording for it was not the best.
No,
like,
he said he sucked.
I don't remember the full interview, but
Really?
I know. But I know for
he
sure.
Said that I don't think he said he sucked dick.
Nah.
I think he said he got head.
No, I don't even think he. Well, I didn't. I saw one video where he said
Me
sucking.
Tank sucks dick. Sir, but you
Like-
was like,
You was looking for that video?
I think you need to
Oh, hey, yeah. Hey, see what I'm saying? Now your shit gonna be fucked up. Like, I was trying to tell her, right, about this video about this, like, chick with, like, Down syndrome. Pretty much saying, hey, if you fuck me, or you gonna have to walk all the way back home, or I'll call the cops or some shit. He's like, yo, I'm in the middle of I don't know where the fuck I am. You can't even got me. So I gotta fuck you? He's like, he trying to get out of it because she wants a baby. And he's like, I got AIDS. She's like, no, you don't. So all I remember is that the title of this video.
Get pregnant.
Yo, all I remember is the title of this video when it first came out on social media was Slow Girl that rapes guy, right? Or tries to rape guy. So I'm typing that shit in Google. I was like, I know I'm about to get my shit go. My suggestion shit gonna be off the fucking chain, yo. Like I was like, I don't even want to type this shit because I was like, slow girl rape guy, like,
oh my god,
you know what I'm saying? Like I really had to type that in for it to find it. Like, but I already knew the suggested shit. I was like, yeah, this shit gonna be off the fucking chain. I was like, I hope I don't.
I had one worse than that. It was a little kid that was caught masturbating by his father and by his mother, and the mother was recording him. He has like messed up teeth and stuff like that. So he was like, "What was you doing?" He was like, "Oh, I was masturbating." So I had to type in YouTube, "Kid masturbate." Kid gets caught masturbating.
Hey, yo.
And I was just like,
yo, you better not be part of no federal investigation because they gonna go out there. They gonna look at every fucking thing. Oh, we got another charge right here. Like shit. Like I can explain. Right now. The video I saw, Tate was like, I just saw this one video. He's like, because you suck the dick doesn't make you gay. Now, if you go back, now he's like, just because you go back and suck a dick, because you don't know if you like it the first time, don't make you gay either. I was like, I don't know. But now the question is, since if that's the case, if a chick sucking you off and the Tank song is playing, should she be doing her best?
Shut up.
Should she be doing her best? Like bitch Tank is playing right now. Like show out.
I say yeah though, but I think that if you suck a dick, if you go to that extreme to find out whether that's what you want. When I was growing up, it wasn't really a question. Now it's more acceptable. Not to say it's a bad thing. Shout out to the LGBTQ community. And I'm happy that kids are able to safely find out what they want to participate in sexually
without the
judgment, right?
Yeah.
So to those new generation, and not to say it was acceptable to judge people in my generation. It was harder to come out, and it was for those who had to go through that. Shout out to them. They're veterans.
I think
for the people that are in 2022.
I think the difference between now and then is that it was shunned upon,
right?
Because it was always so religion based, right? Like
normally people kept it to themselves too.
You shouldn't do this, right? Because God says so. This generation of kids don't have a faith. So like they like, if you notice, when they like even younger like rappers and artists of different forms, like any artistry, they come out and it's like, oh, at first I want to thank God. You don't hear that nowadays. It's like, yeah, I want to thank my dead homie, Papo. Like you don't hear a lot of that. You don't hear a lot of thanks being to God. So I feel like a lot of when we were growing up, it's always, oh no, you know, like this is shunned upon because of religious reasons. And it also wasn't talked about a lot. It just was kind of like an understanding that you shouldn't do this. Whereas now it's more of a open conversation. I remember my daughter, she was like, oh, you know, mommy, I'm bi. And I was like, what?
This
Like,
bullshit.
she was like, yeah, I'm bi.
That bullshit, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't understand what you mean by that. Like, explain it to me. I clearly know what she's saying, but I need to know why she's thinking this and where this is coming from. Like, it's a obviously it comes here first before it goes anywhere else. So why all of a sudden are you telling me you're bi when I've always known you to, you know, like, oh, he's cute, or oh, I like him, I have a crush on him, and all of a sudden, like, you're bi. Like, where's this coming from?
I would ask my daughter, have you been with a girl to know this? Like,
yeah, like you.
But you can also find people sexually attractive, right?
Yeah, like, is it that they're cute? Because there's a difference. Like, are they attractive, or are you actually bi? Because you could think someone's good looking and not be into
exactly.
them.
Have you ever thought if a guy was good looking?
I know good looking men. Like, I'm not attracted to him.
Right.
I don't want to fuck him, but it's just like,
and I think that's
this guy looks like he gets pussy. Like, so back to this sucker dick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm old school. So
back to the what?
Sucking
dick. I was
No.
Where's your mind at?
Nah. I'm old school. If you willingly put a dick in your mouth, I don't give a fuck if you did it. Sorry.
And you said a lot of things about Christian, which is 100% right. A religion and stuff like that with kids. But I wasn't gay because gay is hell. And back in the day, gay was, you know, not to use it as, you know, a connotation, but gay was gay. I didn't want to be gay.
Yeah.
If you willingly, like,
yeah,
you as a male, you're gay.
Because it's also build up to that. It's not like it's not a glory hole. I mean, if that's your first experience if that's your first experience to a penis, like the option to suck a dick would be interesting.
I feel like, you know.
Imagine that's like your first experience. You're just
like and before that, especially as male going through puberty, right? Before we have sex, what do? We masturbate.
Of course.
So what are you masturbating to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So you know before you even get to that point,
right?
Like, because you based off what you're masturbating to, like, you're not masturbating to the thought of, you know what I'm saying, fucking
right.
J-Lo or something. You masturbating to Matthew McConaughey, like.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think about kids that masturbated to the thong song?
Masturbate to the thong song?
Yeah.
Or are they watching a video?
Yeah.
Watching the video?
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen that video?
It's because the video's hot.
Like, that's like
it's Cisco,
same thing with tip drill.
Cisco.
Same thing with tip drill. Nelly's tip drill video.
Yeah, but what's his name? Nelly's not gay.
No, he's not gay, but have you seen that video?
Gay?
Cisco's gay.
Have you seen that video?
I don't think
Cisco's gay.
Cisco's gay.
I don't think Cisco's gay.
The dragon, Unleash the Dragon, was about a penis.
Don't tell me that, man.
Stop it!
No, I don't want to know. You already ruined Tank for me. That fucking one night, you ruined Tank for me. And then when we went to that party, and I said I put my name as Tank Sinatra. This motherfucker's like, oh really? Like, I was like, I don't even want to do this shit no more. Nah, but I'm just where I'm from is if you willingly put a dick in your mouth, and that's just what it is. Like, don't be ashamed of it. Like, and there's no problem.
So do you?
There's no problem.
Do you think that a person can be? Do you think a man can be?
Fuck no. Nope. Can a man be bi?
Ah, man, that is.
Men are not.
You to hush.
No, because men are not allowed to be that confused. Like,
it's not about confusion. Okay, why can't you like both?
You can like both, right? But you like more one than the other.
Yeah, maybe he like women more than us.
Nah, that's not usually how it works.
Same thing with women. So let me ask you a question and back. Can a man love more than one woman?
No.
Oh, so why can't a guy can't be get by, but a woman?
But a guy can like both men and women.
Hold on, wait. I have to go back. Are we saying romantically?
Yeah.
No.
A man can be bi, so a man can't be bi then.
Yeah, they can.
But a man can't love more than one woman.
No, I'm sorry.
number,
I don't think a man can be bi. I feel like the moment that you want dick in any form or fashion, then
you're gay.
You gay.
So my answer, extremely.
And I tell I have a homegirl that is bisexual. Bitch, you are gay.
So I like to think primitively, despite how much of a knuckle dragger that might make me look or feel. If it doesn't happen in the animal kingdom, I don't necessarily think that we should do it either. And when it comes down to animals being homosexual, there are animals that perform homosexual acts, but when it comes down to raising a family, usually most animals will revert back to heterosexual relationships.
I'm sorry, what animals do you know that's bisexual?
That's bisexual? Well, dogs will hump another dog out of heat, out of hotness, and being in heat. Cats do the same thing.
Dolphins are taking another dolphin to the bottom of the ocean, right?
100%. Yeah, ferrets, have orgies. A whole bunch of different animals do a lot of sexual stuff.
Really?
There's sure. There's only one gay animal for sure that will choose the opposite sex, and that's gay to me. Gay to me is when you choose the same sex over the opposite sex, regardless of what. That's gay. So I had a conversation. One of my most memorable conversations with a homosexual couple is, it's not gay to have sex with a man. It's gay to love a man or a woman, same sex. You can't just be intimate with the same sex. You have to take the time to be in love with them. That is being homosexual.
Interesting.
But there's I forgot the birds' names. Excuse me. But there's birds. They're a cold bird. It's not a penguin. It's off the Antarctica, and they're extremely monogamous. But if their partner dies, they'll partner up to raise a child with the same sex versus finding another partner.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, I find that actual.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always watching Animal Planet.
Now I gotta
or
watch.
like any animal documentaries.
I gotta watch how I listen to Tank now. Ever since he said that shit, and he had that one night we went out, he kept talking about it.
Having no service. I gotta get him to the Wi-Fi.
That one night we went out with my brother, and you kept talking about it. I was like, I stopped listening to Tank for the longest, yo. I was like, damn, yo, like I can't listen to Tank no more.
I'm never not listening to Tank.
You know what I'm saying? But
so to answer your question, long story short, I think it's okay. I think it's fine. I think you can be bisexual. You can. Why not? Like, are you loving the person? Are you just looking to get your nut off? Because men traditionally will be faster to have intercourse.
But see, I think that doesn't make sense because do you have a brother?
I do.
You love your brother?
Of course.
So with that theory, aren't you now gay?
No.
Why?
Because I love my brother non-sexually.
So you don't think that there's a difference? Like you don't separate the two?
You're asking me to think if I would fuck my brother. No.
I
asked you to forget that statement.
No. You said that this homosexual couple told you that it's not the physical act that makes you gay.
Right.
It's loving the same sex that makes you gay, right?
Do you have an animal?
Pause. No, we're not.
I'm asking you, do you have an animal?
We're focusing on you.
All right.
And then you said you have a brother that you love. So by that way of thinking, you're now gay. But then you said, no, I don't see my brother that way. I don't love him in a non-sexual way. So you think that there's two different types of love.
Of course.
Interesting.
So question.
So you can't. Can
I ask a question?
Wait, hold on. This is a very important. This is a very important thing, because I literally had this conversation with a boy over here.
Okay.
And he says that this is a woman's trait.
To be bisexual?
No.
What?
No.
What?
He said that there's two types of love. Remember when we were talking?
There's multiple different types of love. Well, so let's get down to. This is good.
No. You should give it a second.
So let's get down to me being primitive. What is love? Let's find out what love is. Love is a chemical that forces you to procreate. That's all it is. Now we give a little bit mythical only the one, and we, like we talked about earlier, we always try to define something, right? As human beings, well, there's got to be a reason for something. That's why we created God and possibly created God, depending on what you believe.
Mm-hmm.
So love is, at its simplest form, is a chemical. It's serotonin or whatever the chemical is released in your brain that are forcing you to procreate.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's what that is, then can it be altered? If fucking and having a child with someone is a 10, can you love with that 3 chemical? Can you love with that 2 chemical?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer would be yes. And maybe like 1 would be a strong like, and 4 would be like a brother sibling love. 8 might be like a parent's love, and then 10 would be, I want to be with you for the rest of my life, and I'll deal with all your shit.
Interesting.
So connected, I think.
Awesome.
So, what you talking about? I say
You said that's that's the problem right there. Women can't separate dick and emotion.
You can't because because when I said because my whole I remember that conversation because I was trying to say because I asked you, do you love your mother? You say yes. I was like, but do you fuck do you fuck a male? You said, but that's not the same because you're thinking about it as the same. You're thinking fucking and love is the same thing. That's why I asked that because I'm trying to. And at that moment, I was trying to tell you that you could love one and fuck another. So you can love for men can love a woman and fuck another woman, and it means nothing.
But that's natural to men though. Men don't have to deal with raising a child and all that other stuff.
But the point that she thought it was the same and said, "Well, that's not the same," was my point. Like
no, no.
That was that conversation.
Yes, but we were talking about love. So that doesn't make sense, Ron. You're mixing conversations.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are. I know.
Right.
I remember this conversation that you're talking about, but that wasn't the same thing. We were talking about loving a person, like loving 2 people. We're talking about loving 2 people.
Why can't
and
you?
That's when you said you said that, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about separating the 2.
So wait. So
women can't do that, but men can.
Right? Hypothetically, like I said, right? Love is a chemical. So what is what's the limitation of a chemical? Can you find two comedians funny?
Yeah.
Comedy is nothing but a chemical being released inside your brain, right? Can you find 2 drugs that you like? Can you find 2
got 2 best friends?
Can you find 2 fruits that you like that treat the same? If I told you can only, what's your favorite fruit?
It's changed recently. I now like.
You're a cheater. You're fast, promiscuous with your fruit.
Promiscuous food,
right?
I like cherry plums.
Cherry plums?
Yeah, that's.
So if I told you can only eat cherry plums for the rest of your life, would you be able to do that?
Yeah.
Only eat cherry plums. You can never look
not
at
eat pineapple, watermelon, yellow watermelon.
Can't stick your tongue in a mango.
Peach.
Pause.
No more apple crisp. No more apple pies. No more sweet potato
no
pies.
No bananas.
Yeah.
No, and nothing. No fruit. No apple pies. Like you said. No like products of fruit either.
Yeah.
So no juices, nothing like that.
Yes.
You over there scratching.
So
I mean,
so you go to grandma's house. So hypothetically, you go to grandma's house.
No
she put that peach cobbler in front of you with ice cream.
You can't do that.
You can't
Why you dying on this hill? You're gonna die on this hill?
Yes, I would.
All right, cool. She's the only person in this world that's able to deal with one fruit for the rest of her life. Hypothetically, if you were that person, and I don't think many people are, would you consider yourself in the minority, or would you consider yourself in the majority?
It depends on the circumstances.
On that question, like only being able to have one fruit for the rest of your life. You think the majority of people would be able to say that? Probably the minority, right?
Yeah.
People like their options.
The majority of the people like their options.
Yeah.
And same way you like one fruit and you love one fruit, you truly love that fruit. That is as rare as I would say love is.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean you can.
Yeah.
Because everyone has that thought that they can until they actually propose the situation. In 10 years, when you're only eating that same fruit and the mango walks by, we're gonna really test that because it's only right now. All right.
Be miserable as fuck, cry.
But that's love to me. That's love to me. That's not even love to me. That's scientific love. It's the chemical that's released inside of you. So you can love multiple things. There's no limit to love. It goes forever. You have to find someone that you're compatible with to want to experience that with. And I think one of the best things about my relationships is I don't really think long term. I think right now in the immediate. I
do
think
that too.
about how that person makes me feel, and I would love that to enjoy that for as long as I can.
I do that too. The moment shit, like, because you start thinking the past, or not the past, or the future,
right?
And it don't work out
because the expectations are too high. I want you to be
that
this,
right there,
and this, that, and that.
That right fucking there
right.
is people put their expectations on somebody, and it's just like now you setting yourself up for disappointment. I don't do that shit because just be who the fuck you are. If I fuck with you in that moment, shit,
fuck with you in that moment.
But I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, think about, well, you know, you kind of think, well, could I be with this person for the rest of my life? But that's not putting expectations on somebody.
Right.
It's like, could this work? But the moment you be like, oh, they gotta be here for me. Anytime I call them, they not there for you.
Right.
The moment they don't answer their phone, you gonna feel some kind of way. Like,
absolutely.
So I agree with that.
I think it's same like me. I like to say that I enjoy what I have with you right now, and I would like to keep this with you for as long as possible. For as long as we both can agree, and that's the doctrine, right? That's marriages to death does us part, and I think that a relationship should be some type of doctrine where I'm going to continue to be this person that you have enjoyed and make those alterations when necessary, as long as you continue being this person that I enjoy, and you'll make those alterations when necessary, and that's what makes a good relationship.
I agree with that.
Yep.
I can definitely get behind that.
So can you do that with multiple people, though?
You said what?
Can you do that with multiple people?
You know, I've actually seriously considered a poly relationship.
Really? 2 guys or 2 girls?
2 girls.
Okay. So you bi?
No, I considered it for a while.
Okay.
Like, I was trying to have a situation, but it didn't work out. I don't like ultimatums, and I don't like to be told what to do.
Mm.
So, it didn't work out.
Interesting. Okay.
So,
what would be the perfect scenario that this happens? If you don't mind sharing.
The girl guy can't be emotional.
I don't mind sharing. I don't want somebody that is too emotional. Like, if you are...
That's emotional word. It really bothers you.
It
it's
does.
Deep in there.
Because
so
it's...
sad. You need a hug.
If you're too emotional, like, it's not going... Okay, so I'll elaborate. If we're talking, so we're not dating, the talking, we're getting to know each other, right? And you, okay, maybe not emotional, needy. Like, if you're really needy, that gets on my nerves.
What is too needy, though?
Don't call me all the time.
What's all the time?
Like, anytime that I'm free, you think that I should answer the phone for you, that's going to annoy me.
So you need boundaries.
Yes, but I need my boundaries to be respected.
Of course.
Like, because you can set boundaries, but when you're dealing with a person that does not respect your boundaries, therein lies the problem.
Do you think your boundaries are reasonable?
Yes. But also, too, I do think that my boundaries are reasonable. And if I'm talking to someone that thinks that my boundaries are unreasonable, you always have the option to leave. I don't hold a person hostage. I give you, what you see is what you get. I'm very upfront and honest.
How many times have you had problems with someone?
She kidnaps people.
With your boundaries?
Not until recently.
Never until recently?
Yeah, no, like, I have had, like, every now and then, but I don't normally have problems with people crossing boundaries. Like,
have you?
Okay, so for me, when I say that, let me be clear. I mean things that will make me not want to fuck with you. Okay. Like, if I set a boundary that says, like, you know, I don't want to fuck with you. If you cross this line or if you go this far, then that's what I mean when I say it doesn't happen often.
Okay.
But, like, if I say, okay, don't call me before 9 o'clock and you keep calling at 8, bitch, you aggravating. That's a boundary that I've set, but it's not going to make me say fuck you.
So,
you know?
Talk about what the fuck are you doing before 9 o'clock? You don't want to get called.
Just hypothetical.
No, but honestly, like, what the fuck would you be doing that you...
Sleeping.
Before 9? We work night shift?
Right.
Well, I mean, I'm normally up at 5, but that's not the point.
Get a job, bro.
AM or PM?
Yeah.
So you telling me you fucking with a guy...
Oh, before 9 AM. I was thinking 9 PM.
No, but you telling me you talking to a guy, he, you know what I'm saying, he want to call you because he want... Hypothetically, he wants your voice to be the first thing he hears in the morning. That's not okay?
I'm
Going
okay.
down the car.
No, it's okay if you call. I have one friend that literally calls me at 7:30. And I'm like, bitch, why are you calling? Even when she knows like it's on the weekend, she'll call at 7:30.
Real quick.
Well, what you doing? Girl, if you don't leave me alone.
If you call before 7:30, better be an emergency.
Of course. I got some bad in the back seat.
Hey, okay. That's an emergency.
No, I mean, I think that by default, you've already eliminated people that you wouldn't be okay with, because people that would even call you that early, just that one boundary, would probably be people that would be really attached to you and text you like that. Like, I'm a morning texter, not because I'm thirsty, not because of any of that stuff, but I like to be like, yo, if I think about you in the morning, I might send you a 11, 10 o'clock text being like, hey, yo, good morning, on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and I just met you this past weekend.
There's nothing, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I also, too,
For some people,
when you first start talking to somebody, you want to hear from them more often. But when you start talking to a person, you get to know them. It's like, my honeymoon phase ends early. Like, I don't want a person to get too attached to me. Like, especially if I'm not in a space where I want a relationship. Yeah. I don't want you to get too attached to me, because I already know that I'm 9 times out of 10 going to be the one to hit the door. Like.
So now you have to ask yourself this question: what are you doing to make them too attached?
I just be myself.
All right, no, not being yourself. What are you doing to make them too attached?
Being myself. Like,
being yourself is not making a person too attached. It's what you're doing.
But do you just attach clingy guys? And what are you doing to attach these clingy guys?
No, see, that has only been, well, no, I have talked to some clingy guys, and I don't know. I don't do anything different.
Do you cook good?
Do you?
But I don't cook
shit like that will make a motherfucker clean. That's what I'm saying. What are you doing? Because it's like if I do something like the conversation we had, right, about a chick being delusional, and he was like, "Well, it's something you're doing." Mm-hmm. So now you got to ask yourself the same thing: what are you doing to make them clingy? Are you being too giving? Are you giving them too much in the beginning? To now that they see what they can get, and now they want more of it.
No.
So.
No, never.
I'm being real.
You like mama's voice?
No.
Because you got this like mature look about you.
No.
It might just be like mother issues, guys.
No. Never.
She doing something.
I can't do it. No, like I only really had this, like the too clingy thing with the girls that I was talking to.
Yeah, well, girls, and that's the funny thing too, because you said you'd be interested in a non-monogamous relationship with 2 girls, and women are typically lesbian relationships with women.
No, I wanted to deal with 1 girl and 1 guy.
Yeah, so 2 girls, you and 1.
Oh, okay. I want to make sure that was clear. Yeah, that I didn't want to deal with 2.
You wouldn't deal with 2 guys.
No, probably.
Me, I'm like, oh yeah.
Eiffel Tower, this motherfucker.
Do you know how much women secretly want to have sex with 2 guys?
Is it 2 guys?
It's
or they
not
just
secret.
Want 2? But I would say, is it 2 guys and they just want 2 dicks? Because you can get another chick to put a strap on, and you get the same feeling.
Yeah,
What would you choose?
What?
2 straps or 2 guys?
I wouldn't deal with 2 guys at the same time.
Okay.
I feel like I don't know. I just wouldn't.
I didn't mean to have all the sexual tension.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I wouldn't deal with 2 guys at the same time.
Okay. Yeah. But going back to you with 2 girls, because women are traditionally more emotional. What I've heard about lesbian relationships is that they move really fast and they're super emotional.
Yes. So okay. So I have a homegirl that is bi. So
Okay.
she this bitch gay, but she's bi, and like I was, talking to her like a lot when I was talking to the girl, and I'm just like, girl, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, so okay, so I'll tell you what happened. I already talked to somebody, so I like to be honest and give a person their choices, not take nothing away from nobody. So I let her know, I was already dealing with somebody. So she was like, okay, cool, that's not a problem, yada yada. So we were chopping it up, and I was telling her, I was like, no, girl, I really need to go, get my feet done or whatever. So she hit me up, like literally, I was walking out of the door. She was like, hey, did you ever go get your feet done? And I was like, no. She was like, hey, well, I'm on your side of town. You want to go and do this, yada, yada. So I was like, yeah, come on, let's go do it. So I'm on my way.
Only woman can do that. Only woman can sneak in like that. Hey, yo, what's on your side of town? Imagine, dude. Hey, yo, what's on your side of town? Bro? I want to see get your feet done and shit, yo.
You want to go to lunch?
Let me see them pretty toes.
You want to go to lunch?
So,
it's like, this is a stalker.
He's so stupid. So we were talking about the nail shop we were going to go to. Finally figured out which one we were going to go to. It's like halfway between us. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll meet you there.
That compromise?
She
about
guy
to slide it now, yo. She about to slide it now, I even know. Oh my God, yeah, I said maybe it's okay.
So he called me and I just got distracted talking to him. And then I end up going, I totally forgot why I was going the opposite way from my house. So I turned around and I went home. And then she went there. So she was like, and I know that I was wrong in this situation. I'm not too big to apologize. Like if I did something wrong, I apologize. So I was like, hey, I'm so sorry. I honestly just got distracted talking to a boy.
She got distracted.
She was pissed the fuck off.
Yeah.
So she said to me, mind you, I told you, I literally started talking to this girl maybe about 3 weeks. She says to me, oh, well, like, is this always going to be the case? Like, you're always going to put him before me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I was stuck for a minute because I know I was in the wrong, right? So I'm in a place where I'm like, okay, I need to apologize because obviously I did something wrong here. But at the same time, it's like, why the fuck are you trying to check me about a situation I already told you about? So you're aware that this is what was already in place. So I don't understand why the fuck you're so mad. And then I was like, pause. Would you be mad if it was anybody else or is it just because it's this individual? And she's like, no, it's purely because it's that person. So I'm like, okay, well, he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the fuck else to tell you. And she was like, so basically you're saying that he's always going to come before me. At this point, yeah. Like, I already fucked with him.
Honest, yeah. And that's the way to deal with it.
It was just like weird and I don't know how to. When I try to have a conversation, like this type of person I am, this is exactly why I'm single. So if I try to talk to you, if we're having a disagreement or a misunderstanding, like I try to take the mature route. Let me bring this to your attention. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. Let's find a happy medium. If I can't get you to come to my understanding, that's fine. Let's find a medium that works for the both of us.
Why can't you go to their understanding?
Because my understanding is what's right. I'm compromising by coming to the middle. I'm compromising by coming to the middle.
Is they agree with you or you guys
come to the middle. Yes. We come to the middle because agree to disagree means that we're both going to remain in our own spaces.
You can agree to disagree and compromise.
Yeah, no, because a compromise means that we're going to agree. Agree to disagree means that, okay, so I can't get you to understand where I'm coming from? No problem. So you stay over there and I'm stay over here. But how do we continue forward?
Well, the disagreement might be you're not going to come to my house. I'm not going to come to your house. And the agreement is that we meet in the middle. And I think I'm unpacking this way too much. But more importantly than that is how come I can't be right?
Because you're not right. I'm right.
Gosh.
That's her.
Wow.
Like I'm telling you.
We're not going to argue about anything though. We're literally not arguing about anything, but you're right. Okay.
Yes, I'm right.
Doesn't matter about what we're arguing. You're 100% right.
No,
always.
I'm right. Yes, I am right. So we're gonna come to a happy medium. You're gonna come to a happy medium. So I was talking to her. So I do like her. I like her vibe. She's really cool, laid back, but she's too possessive. And that's an issue for me. Like, because I feel like a person that's possessive then becomes controlling. I can't be controlled. So I don't
Apparently
mind.
not, because
I don't mind being, you know,
you're toxic.
for some.
Oh shit.
But I mean, I don't know. It was too much too quickly.
Yeah, no, definitely. Lesbian relationships, they move really fast, and the expectations are high.
Yeah.
You know, but also you did 100% right. I think you gave her the opportunity. You know, you said you was already messing with somebody else. You gave her the option to be there or not. My only counter argument would be, or devil's advocate would be, you wouldn't want someone to commit to you not wanting to move forward, which you didn't do. You didn't do that at all. But in homosexual relationships, if things move faster, and if that person wants to be with you, it's almost like you gave them a false reality, or they gave themselves, in reality, they gave themselves a false reality, and they committed to you thinking that was going to move forward.
Yeah.
And when it didn't go
See, those individuals are delusional, and that's your delusion is not my problem.
But you're also delusional. So
that individual is delusional, and that's not my problem.
It probably is old girl's experience too. Like she's so used to dealing with females and constantly choosing her over somebody else.
And then the second thing to that too is that I don't know if I should speak to this. A lot of people that end up being homosexual become homosexual because of traumas and abandonment issues and different things like that. People, well, not even just homosexuals. People just have abandonment issues.
I agree with that. I was just gonna say no. I think that's all people, but yes, I agree with that. But so we talked, and I was trying to come to a happy medium, and she just wasn't trying to listen to reason. So I was just like, girl, fuck you. Like, I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with you.
Is it called gaslighting or some shit when you sit there and tell someone that they're wrong, or have an argument that they're wrong about something, and then you find out only to control them or something like that? And that could be one of those things where just like, now she's mad at you and make you think that you're wrong, which you would never do. Yeah. Right? And
you can't convince me I'm wrong when I know I'm right. So it's not gonna happen. But she hit me up recently. And I was just like, girl.
Should I slide again?
You a headache.
Yo, homosexual women, patience. Patience. Come around again, second time, third time, get to know us. Shout out to them.
I like a person that's
persistent.
Persistent, yes, persistent.
How come you didn't give her a second chance?
Because she was too much of a headache to begin with. So okay, this is how I feel. I feel like everybody is a headache. Every person is a headache. Right. It's just a matter of whether or not you are worth the headache. So the bullshit that comes with you, am I going to be able? Do I like you enough to tolerate it? No, then. But she didn't give me enough time to get to know her, whether or not to figure out if I wanted to deal with the bullshit.
Right, because you
gave me too much too soon.
Right.
So when a person gives you too much too soon, it's like, okay, well, am I going to deal with your bullshit? Or, I didn't know enough to know whether or not I liked her enough to deal with it.
Okay.
And she didn't give me any time because she wasn't trying to listen to reason to figure it out.
I mean, wish she would have had a chance. Wish she would have had a chance. Right. Wish she would have had a chance. I don't think so.
Pretty as a Gemini, by the way. Just want to let you know.
What's the question? Go ahead. My fault.
The question back to you: is it gay to eat a pussy?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The moment that I put my mouth on a woman, I'm gay.
Okay. And you have?
No, I have not.
Okay, so you're not gay.
I'm not gay yet. So I'm going to have a lesbian
coming soon, gay Britney. There is near you.
I am. We're going to have a lesbian experience at some point.
Nice. Yeah.
It's the goal.
I'm happy for your experience. You gotta cut. So you're gonna be like, you gotta cut the hair.
You want me to stab you?
No. I just didn't know if that was part of the.
No, it has nothing to do with one. Has nothing to do with the other.
Okay.
It's completely separate.
I'm trying not. It's bad because I feel like I'm digging myself in a hole right now.
It's completely separate.
That's awesome, though. I'm really excited for your evolution. That's awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
So when are you gonna come out?
Outside?
The closet.
Outside?
The closet.
That's too big for a closet. Outside?
Yo, do you see that episode of p-vally? Yo,
I ain't see that part.
I rewind.
I ain't see that part. I ain't see the part before that. I'm sorry. I knew it was about to happen.
You watch P-Valley?
Yes.
Oh man.
I just did one of these.
They said
put my headphones on.
they said Little Murder pregnant.
That shit. I saw that shit, and it was a Instagram page to put that shit up. I was like, yo, they wilding out here.
Bugging.
I nah.
Bugging.
And he whole married. I didn't know that.
Yo, what a man, what a woman. Yeah.
Yeah. He whole married.
Somebody said there's a meme that's like,
I don't think I'm mature enough to watch my man kiss another man.
there's a meme where
I'm not mature
they're
enough
like,
for
yo,
that.
Little Murder's wife is looking at him questioning shit.
Right.
Like,
Seriously.
Yeah,
like, I don't think you
You
playing
play that
no
role
more.
too well for me.
I love their relationship. I think it's beautiful. I think it's honestly like really, really beautiful. One of the best relationships on TV.
Oh,
Murder
Murder
and
and
Uncle.
yeah.
Uncle for, yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
You know they've come over a lot, and you know, and it's
I want them
tough
to be
battling
together.
at LGBT. You know, going through that, being urban and being a rapper and being a homosexual rapper, being rapping about being with women and having this beautiful woman dancing and stuff like that. But you haven't overcome that and being in love.
I mean, but at that point, because you rapped about that, I think that's the way
he put himself in a hole. But he wouldn't have been as popular
because it's like
talk about women.
It's like somebody told me a long time ago, right? When so for example, when we was in high school, when Bow Wow grew up.
No, don't tell me.
No.
Okay.
But let me explain first. When Bow Wow got older, you wouldn't take him seriously when he started talking about. Like, if Bow Wow came out the blue and started talking, he killed niggas, you're not taking that seriously.
Right.
Because he didn't come in like that. But there's a reason you didn't look at Lil Wayne the same way you looked at Lil Bow Wow. Because he came in with a grown man mentality. Or he rapped like he was a grown man.
New Orleans.
Yeah, but doesn't matter where he's from, but the way what he rapped about was grown man shit compared to Bow Wow. So that's why you didn't look at him as a little kid. You know what I'm saying? So I think
he
that's
came
the
out
problem
when
on
he
that
was
shit.
young as shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wayne.
That's what I'm saying. He was talking about grown man shit at a young age.
Yeah.
And I think on that show, that's where dude fucked up, is because if he would have came out that way, because I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you also know that people aren't going to be as receptive.
People are not. Very fucking true. Very fucking true. But at the same time, if you watch, it's a show called Godfather of Harlem. On that first episode, right? It's not that on that first episode, they was trying to get information out of the guy. Dude wasn't talking.
Oh, yeah.
So they called old boy in, strapped old boy down, and old boy apparently had a big dick and he was gay.
Yeah.
But didn't mean he wasn't gangster though. Like, you know what I'm saying? But everybody respected the fuck out of this dude.
Right.
Enough to call him, hey, yo, we need you to come here and get some information. Get some information out of the old boy. They got it.
Please. I didn't know it was your daughter. I'm sorry. Please don't kill me.
No. Ain't gonna kill you. You don't deserve that. Say hello to Big Dick Buster.
But I'm just saying, like, everybody ain't gonna fuck with it. But if you could show that you go just as hard as a motherfucker that ain't, and you are, it's like, okay, we ain't got no choice but to respect this motherfucker because he go just as hard as we do.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, if he would have came in like that, everybody wouldn't be receptive at first, but there'd still be a level of respect.
I think the biggest thing that I have with straight men when it comes to, with people when it comes to homosexual men is thinking that because they're homosexual that they're bitches. Like, oh, that's a bitch.
Dave
Like,
Chappelle said he was talking about how homosexuals back in the day were like tough.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, like
real like old school gays. Like, and that's I've always said old school cats don't have a problem with being gay. It's not being gay that's the problem. It's trying to be a female.
Right.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like, that's where they.
A lot of them don't like
yo,
that makeup and wigs. And
exactly.
shit.
That's when they're like, because they know
But
gay
what I think
niggas.
is
It's like
strange. How the fuck you like the Uncle Cliffords, the ones that got all this facial hair, and then you have a wig? That shit is very strange to me. But I just seen this girl on TikTok, and this is a woman.
Saucy Santana does that.
And I love Saucy Santana, but him too.
Or y'all seen The Wire, right?
Yeah.
Omar.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nobody fucked with him.
Yeah, 100%.
They
all knew.
ran from him. They
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew, because everybody fucking knew he go just as hard, even harder than we go.
Yeah.
100%.
So let's not.
But he couldn't rap though.
No, he couldn't rap. But
just because people are scared of you doesn't mean that you could,
it's not. I understand that.
I feel like it would be hard for any rapper. Like, it's hard for rappers nowadays that talk about things they lie about. Talk about lying about going to commit murders and doing all this other shit. Imagine like a guy being truthful. Yeah, imagine a guy being truthful about being homosexual.
I feel like
I'm gay and I don't care what you say.
But I don't think it'd be
anyway.
I don't think it'd be like I said. I don't think it'd be receptive at first. But motherfuckers. But if that person can show like,
how come there isn't one then?
Huh?
How come there isn't one?
Saucy Santana is one.
Because
but he's different though. We'll talk about. That's a good point.
I don't know who Saucy Santana is, but
he's not a rapper though.
Yes,
I
fuck
guess
he is.
Though.
Yes,
yeah.
he is.
Well, I'm talking about hood rap. I'm talking about gangster rap though.
Okay, I'm gonna sing a song.
By Saucy Santana, gangster rap.
Yes.
What's the song?
He literally just did a freestyle.
What's the song with the whale? He talking trash about the other dude. It's something about if you get up in the wheels or something like that.
I'll give you one.
I don't know.
It's a song by Saucy Santana. He's talking about the dude in the wheelchair, Rolling Ray. Yeah.
He wasn't talking about him. No, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, no, he wasn't talking about him.
I'm about to type in Saucy
No,
Santana,
they were talking about his song "Walk."
Oh yeah. Let me see if he can walk.
Yeah, let's talk about his song "Walk," and it was like, oh, he's picking on him.
His aunt was in a wheelchair. So it's let me see if you can walk. You can talk a bunch of shit, but let me see if you can walk.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
that was the best. Yeah. He's a rapper, I guess. Yeah.
I've never heard this dude.
Yo.
But I mean, if
you heard
can
the song
show,
before.
But if you can show that, even if you're a rapper, it's just what you do with that label.
You've heard this before. This is a very popular song. That's Saucy Santana.
No, I haven't heard that one.
No, I'm gonna sing you a song though where he's like.
But if you have one that can go just as hard, that can just if every time, like if just like Eminem, right? If you could just get on the track and just go, you know what I'm saying, and devour anybody on that motherfucker, I think the motherfucker get respect. Like, okay, but how many gay rappers can go that hard? Like, you know what I'm saying? That could really like flow like that.
True.
I've never met any.
So it's like
it was a white dude that came from Kentucky. What's his name? With Drake. He just released an album. Came up with Glamorous.
Oh.
He's by Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow's by on his album. He has a.
Is he?
Yeah, he has a song. He's talking about his first love was a guy in high school, and he's bi. He's overtly bi. Like he has a dude. Yeah, he has a dude that he falls behind. Black guy, kind of big guy. Kind of looks like you actually. Funny enough.
Come on, get the fuck out.
I swear to God, I'm not even joking. Not even joking. But yeah, he flirts with him. He's flirted with Lil Nas X too. Jack Harlow's flirted with Lil Nas X like on live camera. Like, oh my God, you look so attractive. But I love Jack Harlow. Not to say like he calls you gay. Not he does rap.
He got some good music.
Bars. I love his album too. A lot of people didn't.
I'm just saying, if people could be receptive to Biggie after that fucking line, I think
Yo,
I
you look
think-
so good. You're sucking.
I think
Sucking that
there's a
dick.
chance. I think there's a chance for a gay rapper to come out and be. It might take a minute because
Yeah, let that shit slide.
You know how
Because he ain't gonna be-
listen, it's a bird. I gotta find it. It's a Birdman said some gay ass shit.
fuck him in the ass while he beat up the pussy.
Oh yeah.
That's what
Number one
he
stunner.
said.
Yeah,
Yes.
number one stunner. Yeah.
I said,
Fuck him in the ass while he beat up the pussy. Yeah.
how the fuck y'all let him slap that?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't listen to Southern rap.
no, I'm just saying. But you heard number one stunner before. Yeah, that's a popular ass song. So
That's
it's
not what he
like,
was doing.
so it's like,
he was saying, "Fucking
how-
ass, I need the pussy."
that's why I think if he can show he can go just as hard as any other rapper, I think it might be taking. Now, if all he's talking about is sucking dick and shit,
fucking the guys
then
in
it's gonna be
the-
hard for people to like relate to it. But if he's talking about if he's gay, he used to sell shit, like sell some dope and shit.
Yeah.
I think, and he was really, people know him for that. I think he could
Get away with it.
he can get away with it. But it's all, but
You know what I think is so funny?
what?
Why you hear what you said? Like, why is that so much more acceptable?
What?
Like,
Selling drugs.
yeah, like
I mean, because that's exactly what everybody rap about.
no, you're right, and I'm not saying
I
like
actually have a topic for that.
why is that the thing though? Everybody don't. I don't know. It's just been bothering me lately, like
Because look,
because my daughter,
Rap
she's
so
like
fast.
my daughter will go from listening to
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Your decisions put you in a position that's so hectic. Mind made up, ain't no coming back. You think you're selfish. Gun toting and dope dealing, man, you living reckless. Federal cases, your people stressing and feeling restless. Worried of what the jury decides as a collective. We found the defendant guilty no matter what he's dealt with. Give him double digits so that letter, his mama felt it. Told her you try to live better, but damn, you couldn't help.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Shut the fuck up and listen. You think the world's against you, so you let everything that come your way offend you. I hear you. What I say then.